The biggest night in independent gospel music is happening right here in Chicago. A night to be inspired and encouraged, all while recognizing independent artists. It's happening at the 9th Annual Avidity Awards, and general admission is free.
And joining us now to share more is founder and CEO Derrick Huggins. Thanks for coming in, Derrick.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes.
I appreciate
I'm finding
it.
that a lot of musicians are finding their voice by going the independent route.
Yes.
And the Avidity Awards helps to highlight and shine a light on their work.
Absolutely. So what inspired me to do the show was in 2009, I recognized that there was a need for independent gospel artists to have a platform that they're not probably going to get in the mainstream platforms like the Stellar Awards, and which we love, right? And the other major award shows. So I thought, well, let me start something that will give them the national prestige and hopefully bring some visibility and credibility to their work. And so that's why I'm so excited that we get to do this.
Yeah, because it's more than just an award show. There's a lot more to it. Explain to folks.
Yeah, absolutely. So we do all kinds of things. We have Avidity Cares, which is our nonprofit part. And so right now we're focusing on mental health awareness and wellness. We're also focusing on mitigation of gun violence. And we also do a strong educational piece and advocacy for independent artists. So we do a lot more than just your run-of-the-mill, music show. And
And involve the community a lot as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So like, for example, on tomorrow night, we're going to be honoring at the inaugural Avidity Honors, we're going to be honoring people from the community of Chicago. Crystal Dyer, I'm sure you guys have probably heard of her. We're honoring her, Krishan David. We're also honoring some Illinois state reps and state senators. So it's going to be a great time, and we just want to recognize everybody, and I've always liked honoring people. So.
And when it comes to the actual awards, you got a lot of people coming in town.
Yes, we have a lot of people coming from New York and, oh my gosh, everywhere, Las Vegas and New Orleans, I mean, all over the country. And so we're excited to come here. It's going to be a great night of uplift and celebration. So.
Okay, and there's a workshop that's taking place as well?
Yeah, so Saturday, on the 2nd, we're going to have a, what we call the Indie Artist Help Desk. And it's designed for independent artists to help them navigate the music industry, because a lot of them just don't have a lot of the information or don't have the resources to be able to pay to go to certain, functions and things like that. So we do that to help them, navigate this world. And so,
yeah, I imagine it's so hard for young artists to get started and find their way, especially in a genre that may not be as out there as some of the other ones.
Well, that's what we want to change, right? Because what we're trying to instruct as part of our teaching mechanism is to tell independent artists, let's find more viable ways to make what we do where we're not compromising what you believe in your faith, but at the same time, you find more entertainment value so that people can, it can bridge that gap and really help them, become over to gospel music, because it's a great place and it's, it's uplifting.
How do you qualify to be a part of the award show?
That's a great question. So what we look at are a couple key factors. One, we're looking at, do you have commercially released music? So out in the digital service platforms. We also look at, we're starting a new chart called the Avidity Gospel Chart. So starting this coming year, you're going to have to qualify on one of those charts in order to be nominated.
Okay.
So, and the whole point of that is to help train and get them ready to enter the mainstream music industry.
Okay.
So I'm assuming you're also teaching them how to get the music out there.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. I mean, everything from radio promotions, how to navigate that world properly, how to vet industry professionals, because a lot of people unfortunately get taken advantage of when you don't know the right people, you don't know the right questions to ask. So we teach them those questions. We teach them the things that they need to look for. So that's how we help.
And what categories are you looking for in the awards?
We have all kinds, from contemporary artist of the year, traditional. We have community choir director of the year. We have all kinds. And what I love about our show as well, we celebrate the subgenres of gospel as well. So for the first year, we're doing an urban gospel cipher I'm super excited about. We're doing that on Friday night as a part of our show, and I'm very, very excited about that.
Are you guys getting a lot of young people on board? I feel like I've met a lot of younger people leaning into gospel lately.
And what's happening though is, what I've learned is that you have to kind of build it from the ground up. So when we started this 9 years ago, it took a long time to kind of get people invested. I think a lot of times in our community, there's a lot of skepticism. They're like, oh, is this just some fly-by-night thing? You want me to be a part of this? What is this? We're like, what is this? And so anyway, we've been fortunate enough now to grow it to a national show. And we did our first 5 years in Dallas, which is where I'm from and where we're based. And then we went on the road the first year to Charlotte, North Carolina. And then we went to Memphis, Tennessee, then New Orleans, and now here in Chicago.
Okay.